Okay, hello everybody. I have found in my stash a Prym sock loom, which I didn't know I had. And it even came, it was even in a box, and it had the original instruction book. So what I'll do when I finish this series is I'll put this up on my website with photographs. I'll take a copy of all the pages on it. It has instructions in several different languages, so you can have a look. But meanwhile, I'll try and make another sock. It's been a long time since I did this. And for a long time I wasn't able to because I got arthritic hands. And so it hurt my hand to be crunching it up in this thing. But I've been taking castor oil and massaging that on my hands for the last couple of months. I'd seen a YouTube video with Barbara O'Neill that she recommended it, and I think it is working because sometimes my hands are not so sore as they were. So any little bit is great. So this thing says it has 4 different sizes, 32, 34, 36, 38 of socks. And I think that this one is the large, so it's probably the 36, 37. And then the length of the sock is 14 centimeters. This is recommended, no, yeah, I guess it must be the size of it, 14 centimeters. 12, 13, 14, or 15 centimeters. And it says work in 4 steps. These instructions show you how to knit a right sock. The left sock is knitted diametrically opposed fashion. The leg can be as long as required. The heel is a standard heel for all sizes. The foot length depends on the shoe size, so it's got the different sizes of how long you keep knitting the foot size. And then the next page, it has a diagram of the sock. So part 1 is the cuff part that we'll start with, and then you do the heel, and then you do the body of the foot, and then the toe. The principle: each looped round is followed by a cast off round. Together this makes a knitted row. We distinguish between double looping, which is used for thicker yarns, needle sizes 3.5 to 5.5, and a triple loop, which is used for thinner yarns, needle size 2 to 3. To cast on, loop the yarn around each peg in 2 rounds. Casting on triple loops, to cast on, loop the yarn around each peg in 3 rounds. Huh, that's really odd. So I guess I have to use, because I'm using a thicker yarn, I have to loop it around twice. That seems odd. So you start by putting it between a center point, which is there. The size is 1 right and 1 left. And you do a loop. And then you do another loop. And that's what you call an E-loop. Place the yarn from the back to the front onto starting position 0, leaving a length of 15 centimeters hanging at the back. Loop the yarn anti-clockwise around peg 1, and then around peg 1R, 1L, and then around peg 1R, 2R, 3R. The first looping round is finished when peg 1L has been looped twice. And then loop the second yarn round in the same way on top of the first round. The round is finished when peg 1L has been looped 3 times. Okay, I'll try that. I'm using a double knit weight yarn, and it's a worsted spun. These are yarns that I've dyed with plant dyes. And this one's been dyed with madder root, which sometimes comes out orange and sometimes comes out red. A bit like my trousers, I think. Okay. So this comes in here, between here. This goes on the inside. All right? On the inside, and then I'm going to be looping. I'm working from left to right or right to left. Anti-clockwise around peg 1, and then around 1L, and then around peg 1R, anti-clockwise to the right. Okay, so I go around 1L, come back, around R, Okay, I'm back at 1L. Now, what do I do next? What do I do next? Loop the second round in the same way on top of the first round. The round is finished when peg 1L has been looped 3 times. Okay, so I repeat that around. All right, so I'm here, there. Okay, so now I'm back at 1L. Then what do I do? Loop the third round the same way on top of the second round. The round is finished when peg 1L has been looped 4 times. Oh, one more time around. Oh boy. Okay, so okay, so now I've got three loops around each peg. Use the cast off needle to cast off. To do this, the bottom stitch is picked up and lifted over the peg. Cast off double loops lift the bottom stitch over the top stitch and cover the peg. The peg now has one stitch left. Cast off double loops. What? I don't know what that means. Well, okay, so we got that. The bottom loop over that. I'll pull that down. I don't know if this is going to work. It's been so long since I've done it. I might have to go watch my old videos myself to see how I did this before. I may not get too many rows done at a time here. Okay, now about 2 loops left on the needle. Okay, now what do I do? Casting off double loops, lift the bottom stitch over the top stitch, over the peg, and over the peg. The peg now has 1 stitch left. Okay, so I guess I have to go around 1 more time lifting these. I wonder if that's supposed to be in there. It doesn't look right. Casting off triple loops, lift the bottom stitch over the top, 2 top upper stitches, and over the peg. The peg now has 2 stitches left. Okay, I guess I leave it there. There's 2 stitches left. I don't know. Casting off ends with peg 2L. Peg 1L always has 3 stitches left. The next looping round starts with peg 1R. It ends with peg 1L. Alternate between casting off and looping around the leg of the sock until the sock has required length. Okay. Does this make any sense, really? I don't know. Well, okay, why have I got this here? So this is, so I have 2, I'm at 1L, I have 2 stitches. That's too tight to pull that over that. Well, it's not easy. So right here, there, wrap this around. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I guess this will be an experiment. I could do a wrap row and then a lift over row, but I think doing it this way I have a bit more leeway with the tension. It seems to be easier to do if I do wrap and lift. Oh, what did I just do there? Don't think I was supposed to do that. Take that back. Huh. I don't know what I did. Okay, so that's there. Now, how did I? Okay, so this is, we're here. Comes around this. And there. This gets lifted over that. Ugh. Ugh, yuck. I don't know, I think my method of knitting is way easier than this. But I like to try new things, and because some people like this type of knitting, so that's fine. Okay, so it's starting to look like something yet. Well, I think I'll do one more row like this, and I kind of think that it should be down to one left on the needle and not two. Peg 1L always has 3 stitches left. Well, maybe. Well, maybe it's just what it's supposed to be. It doesn't seem right to me, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to stop here and take a little break, and then I'll come back to this. Yep.